And welcome again to the Sonya Dungee podcast, where conversation is always the essence of the soul. I am your host, Sonya Dungee, and of course, yes, still bringing that heat to the IG, Facebook, YouTube, and now TikTok streets. This special episode, Pop-Up number 175, is being brought to you by Always Destined for Greatness, LLC. Tonight we have something um, different. As you know, every holiday with that being said, so here we are. So first of all, I want to know, how was your Labor Day weekend? What did you do? How did you celebrate? For me, my Labor Day weekend was everything. For me, it was incredible, to say the very least. From meeting up with special friends to spending quality time with my girls and my sister in New York City to a barbecue, a family and friends barbecue, and then in celebrating the 79th annual Shinnecock Powwow. I couldn't have asked for anything else grander than how I was able to celebrate this weekend, this long weekend. So, with that being said, what prompted me to do this special episode is, I'm often asked, "What is Shinnecock Powwow? What do you do there? You're always talking about it. We always see your pictures, and you talk about the family and whatnot. So, what exactly is the powwow?" So, I thought about it, and I am going to bring you a little glimpse as to what it is all about. So, in my research, I did use some specific reference points, which I will give them the attention that they deserve. So, the first official Shinnecock powwow began as a benefit to the tribe and to the Shinnecock Church. And that was stemming from the ceremonial chief Thunderbird. He had a dream of formalizing the Shinnecock celebration. His dedication to establishing the annual powwow came to him in a vision. It was said to be of his grandfather's. It was his grandfather. They were dressed in traditional clothes, and they were dancing together around a drum. So in the 1956 powwow program, it describes his dream as this: "I had a dream a few nights ago, or I think it could be called a dream. A path was leading from the sky, and I saw many of our ancestors, um, and they were in their ancestry Indian garments. They sang and danced and urged me to lead my people to do likewise. They told him that the Shinnecock people needed to remember their old Indian ways and show respect for their ancestors by celebrating with songs and dance." So it first began on the private lawn of the ceremonial chief of the Shinnecock. It was his dream to build an annual affair to help support the mission church on the reservation while preserving the culture and tradition of the people. In 1946, the annual Shinnecock powwow was started. So this Labor Day weekend marked the 79th annual Shinnecock Powwow on Shinnecock land, and that's out in Southampton, New York. So according to the Shinnecock nsn.gov, I made it past tense, of course, because it's now has happened, but they offered cultural and traditional experiences like no other. Native arts, crafts, and community of dancers and drummers from across Indian country showcase their passion and skills while displaying a unique celebration of Native American traditions that only the Shinnecock can offer. So that is a glimpse. If you want to know more, make sure that you come join next year for the 80th annual Shinnecock Powwow. And it always falls Labor Day. It begins the Friday and goes on Saturday, Sunday to Monday. And I don't want to ruin it, but it is amazing. It's incredible. There's nothing else like it. People from all over the world, they come and they celebrate along with us, and the children are out there dancing and whatnot. We're talking about guests that come to watch. So no matter your heritage, your creed, your origin, everyone was there, and it was really incredible. So if you want that experience and you want to dive deeper in the culture as well as sample amazing food, you'll check it out next year. But for me, I was grateful to be in attendance. So celebrating the Shinnecock rich culture along with my family that traveled from near and far. My family and I are proud of our rich culture and ancestry that can be traced back long before the arrival of the colonists. I'm proud to be an Indigenous Native American. And because of that ancestry, because of my elders, because of everything that has been passed down in the traditions from generation to generation, I have that opportunity to learn more about my rich culture and to be able to share that with all of you as well. So with that being said, and of course, Labor Day means different things to different people. I mean, that's not to take away from what Labor Day was created for, in the sense of unions and whatnot. And I have shared that and we'll share that once again. I think everybody's done a great job of doing that this weekend. And so I welcome all of you to do your research on that as well. As you know, I'm also a CWA Local 1109 steward, and I am grateful for that because I wouldn't have the freedoms when it comes to what I have now if it wasn't for my CWA union and unions across the globe. So just didn't want to not mention that in the interim of everything else. But what I do want to also mention briefly is I have the next Boss Masterclass that is coming up quickly. It's quickly upon us. Matter of fact, it will be this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Zoom, where we can be a little bit more intimate and talk more freely, candidly, and people can ask questions and whatnot that are in attendance. But the next Boss Masterclass is the 5 key considerations to cultivate a perspective mindset to transform your life. And if you didn't know, you know now. We are in the last quarter. I can't believe we're in September already. The last quarter of 2025, and we all talk about, we want to be resilient and we want to thrive in 2025. Well, we have to start someplace. So if you haven't started already, the time is now to start. Let's get these goals in motion. um let's make it happen. We have so much that's going on in this world as it is, and you know we have to be responsible for ourselves as individuals, and the only way for us to do that is to make sure that we have our goals in order and take them off that back burner where we've left them thinking that it would either not be beneficial, or we just couldn't do it. With so many other things going on and putting everybody else first, that our goals just kind of went to the wayside. And I was guilty of that myself. But as I preach, we have to stay positive, and we have to self-care on ourselves, and we have to self-love on ourselves first before we can proclaim that love and care to another. And in that is our goals and dreams, and make sure that we have everything in check, and so that we can thrive in 2025 and we can become resilient. We can't be resilient if we're not thriving and if we're not doing the other things that's associated with it to get to that point. And I didn't realize that I was always saying we're going to be resilient. Yes, we are going to be resilient, but we have to thrive, and we have to be able to do things along the way to get us there. And that is taking care and being responsible for our own self-care, our own self-love, our health and well-being. So with that being said, I invite you to join in this next Boss Masterclass. And the registration link is up. It's also in my bio. And when I post this video live, I will also post it in the comments as well. So I hope to see you all there. I hope you had a blessed Labor Day weekend. Be safe, stay well. God bless you all. And remember, be always destined for greatness, your very best. And not to disinclude the comments, but we have some good evenings. Thank you for educating the masses about the rich history of the Shinnecock Nation. The last quarter of the year is here. Time is flying by quickly. It is. It absolutely is. And let me just jump into the other to make sure that I did not miss anything there. I don't intentionally ignore. So if I can see it, I will. If I can't, I can't. But I will mention it. And I do see. Great evening. Thank you. I'm glad that you experienced the value. Agreed. There's work to do on the way to resilience. Absolutely, it is. Awesome job tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you. Harlem is in the building. Thank you so much. Thank you for those who will be watching the replay as well. And drop in the comments what you did this Labor Day weekend, because I truly would like to know, and I will get back to you, I promise. So with that being said, hope to see you again real soon. I'll definitely see you on Wednesday for the next Boss Masterclass. Until then, bye for now.